Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Easine by Ilife G80. Now at this time of recording, this is actually a brand new model to the market. So what I want to do today is to have a look around the vacuum cleaner, some of the features and benefits that it offers. So what we'll do is I'll get it unboxed. Let's have a look. Just before I start unboxing, all I'd normally ask is if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I normally cover products like this, a lot of cordless vacuum cleaners. I do cover household appliances as well. So just give us a thumbs up and let's get going. So the first thing will be the main body of the vacuum. I do like seeing a spare filter. I'll cover that in a moment. We've got the main pole, or wand as some people call it. I do really like the colours of these. I do like a white vacuum, especially with the orange accents, then that looks really smart. I've got some of the tools in here. We'll look at those in a bit more detail. So we've got the main floor head here. I spy a cheeky little brush on the side here, so we'll have a look at that in a bit more detail in a moment. And then just here we've got a stand and a wall mount. So that's everything unboxed. What I am pleased about is that a lot of the packaging, not so much the little plastic bags, but a lot of the packaging is recyclable, which I'm always a fan of. But what I'll do is I'll put all this rubbish to the side for now and let's start having a look at the vacuum cleaner. I'll start off with the main body of the vacuum. First thing to mention is it has got a nice easy grip handle. There's nothing worse than having a vacuum or cordless vacuum of any kind and it being uncomfortable to use. So I'm always quite a fan of vacuums that are nice and it's got a nice solid grip. And you've got the on and off button at the top here, just show you how that operates. So it is a two-stage process. So you have got a medium and a high setting. So you could hear the difference between the two. On this model it has a maximum runtime of up to 45 minutes, so it is a really good runtime as well. What you will find is that will be on the medium setting, so it won't be on the higher setting. It very much depends on, I suppose, what tools and accessories you're using, depending on the runtime. It's not always a guaranteed 45 minutes. But I suppose really what I'd recommend, I suppose, with any cordless vacuum cleaner is to try and use it on the medium setting. You will find that for a lot of floors, especially if you've got things like hard floors, then you don't necessarily need the full suction. And what you'll find is that if you do use it on the medium setting, then you will get a lot longer runtime. So at some point you are going to need to empty the bin on this, and all you need to do is just press the button and it opens at the bottom. So it's a really nice simple design. I would recommend doing that ideally over an outside bin, or do it in a well ventilated area. There's nothing worse than all the dust and rubbish coming back up at you. With this one, because it's got a good size bin, it's 0.65 litres, then it will hold a lot of dirt. So again, just do it in an outside bin, especially if you suffer with things like allergies, then that could affect you. While we're on the subject of dust, I'll cover the filtration on this model. Now this is a really good design, so all you do is you twist that off to access the filter. And you have got a couple of options. So there is a permanent filter in here, but the most accessible filter is this one. These are all washable, so with this one then you can just rinse it underwater. What I'd always say, and I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos, I've done quite a few cleaning videos, especially of cordless vacuums. One thing I always say is when you clean these filters, make sure they're dry completely before you put it back in the vacuum. Now the reason for that is if you go and wash that, and even if you were to dry it, say with a kitchen roll or towel or something, it's not going to be completely dry for at least 24 hours. And the main problem with that is if you go and put it back in the vacuum when it's still, even if it's still damp, then there's a very, very good chance that it will damage the vacuum and that won't be covered under the warranty. So what I normally recommend with other cordless vacuums is to actually buy a spare filter when you buy the vacuum. And the reason for that is that when you've washed one of the filters and you put it on the side to dry, then you can put the other filter in the vacuum and you can carry on vacuuming. So you're not left for a period of 24 or even 48 hours while you're waiting for it to dry. But these guys have thought of that, and what they've done is you do get a spare filter with it. So I'm really pleased they've done that. So that really gets rid of the problem of having to wait. So when it comes to putting the filter back in, it is really easy. All you need to do is just drop it back in there, and then you just get the plastic top, and you will notice that there is hopefully you can see that there is a little arrow and there's a little padlock on the top there as well. You just put that on there, twist it, and then you're ready to go. What you have also got is there is another little filter in here, and to access that you just open the bin, clearly make sure it's empty first, and you just twist that part and that comes out. Just put the main body to the side for a moment, and then you've got a little filter at the top here. That just comes out. So again, that's all washable, and this inner shroud is washable as well. Again, I'm always quite an advocate of parts that you can keep clean, but then when everything's dry, just pop the filter back in there. It just sits in there like that, and then you just put that back in, and all you do is you just twist that, and then you're ready to go. So it's a really nice, easy to work with design. The filters are nice and easy to keep clean. That's one thing I do mention about vacuums. I know it's something a lot of people don't really think about when you're buying a vacuum. How easy is it to empty the bin, to maintain it, to wash it, keep it clean. So the next thing I'll do is to show you the tools and accessories it comes with. So there are a couple of ways that you can use the vacuum. If you just wanted to use it as a handheld, then you've got that option. And for that reason, you've got two tools. So you've got this one, that's the crevice tool. To be fair, that's a pretty standard tool across a lot of makes. All they do is any of the tools will just sit in there like that, and then you've got the button on the top to release it. And the next one to show you is this one. This is a two-in-one tool. So again, it just slots on the front like that. You'll hear it click into place. First of all, you've got like a wide nozzle tool, so that's good for things like stairs, or if you want to cover up a slightly wider area with your handheld cleaner. The other option is this. So you've just got a button on the top here, push that up, that clicks into place, and then you've got a soft dusting brush. That's quite good for things like worktops. So I know this is only a showroom, but we've just got a couple of hobs here. But if you were in a kitchen, then that's quite good to work around the hob. For the majority of the time, you're going to want to use it as a main floor cleaner, and for that purpose, you've got this. This is the main floor head. With this one, you do actually get a soft brush. This is really good for picking up things like larger particles. So if you've got things like breakfast cereal on the floor, especially if you've got hard floor, then on some standard brush rollers they can be really difficult to pick up. So I'm really glad that these guys have done this. So that's a nice soft brush there. You will notice that you've got this on the side, and this is pretty unique. I must say I've not seen this with other manufacturers. This company make a lot of robotic vacuums, and clearly they know that having a circular vacuum cleaner going into a corner can be really difficult. And I've not really done many videos on robotic vacuums, but we have sold quite a few in our stores over the years, and I do know that a lot of them use this kind of design to get into corners. So what Ilife have done is they've, I suppose, taken this concept from the robotic division, and they've taken it over to the cordless vacuum, which is a brilliant idea. So with this, it just really helps to get along things like skirting boards or into corners, which can be really difficult with a lot of cordless vacuums. You will notice on the front here you have got a rubber strip. There's nothing worse than vacuuming in an area and going up against a skirting board and scratching the skirting, so I'm glad they've put that on the front. Apart from this soft brush head, then you do get another one as well. So you do get this, and with these are slightly stiffer bristles. So I suppose what I'd normally recommend is with this kind of head, this is normally better on hard floors, and if you've got things like carpets, then this is normally a better head to work with. You can find it could be the other way around. It very much depends on the carpet that you've got, or even the floor. I know some people tend to find that things like tiled floors, they prefer that kind of head, so it's really trial and error. But it is really good that you've got both of these in the box. And when you want to change between the two, all you need to do is just lift up the little orange tab on the side and then take the brush out, and that's it. And then when you're ready to put this one in, you just need to locate it at the top there first, and then that drops in like that. So just make sure you've got there's like a flat edge at the top here, and then press that down and you're ready to go. What you can also do is, if you want to use it as a handheld but you've not quite got the reach to get up into the corners, then you can use the main pole or the wand as well. So that will just slot into there. You've got the orange button similar to the tools themselves, and then if you wanted to put one of the tools in the end, then that will just drop into the end like that, and again clicks into place. So I'll just show you on top of the vacuum, because you've got quite a few indicators on here, just really to help with the day-to-day vacuuming. The first one is this. You've got the battery status. So what this will do is this will show you how much you've got left in there before it needs to be recharged. I'll just quickly show you that. So you can see, so you can hopefully see that that light came on, so it's fully charged at the moment. And then when it is charging, it will flash and it will indicate at the end when it's fully charged. You have got other options on here, so it just shows you when it's on the max setting. So it just showed you that it's on the max, which to be fair you should know anyway by moving the on and off switch up. Also you have got a couple of, I suppose, warning indicators. So what these will do between the two, they will tell you if there's a blockage somewhere, or also if there's a problem with the roller that it's got jammed. So a really nice simple design. So at some point the vacuum will need to be recharged, and with that you do get the standard charger, and that just plugs in to the back like that. So it's just a nice simple design. The length of the lead is quite good. I've not unwrapped it yet. But what you will find is that when it comes to storage of the vacuum, that's something that Ilife have really thought about. So the two options are, so if I just pop that on first. So when you finish using it, the couple of options are that you can wall mount it. So this is a nice simple design, and all you need to do is just pop a couple of screws through there into the wall, and then once you've done that, then it can sit like that. The other thing to point out is that you have got the cable clip just around the side here, so you've got one either side. I suppose that really depends on which side the charging cable is, and also you've got space underneath for two of the tools, so that's a good design as well. The other option is you can have a table stand. So if you didn't want to use the wall mount, then you do get this as well, and that's where you can put the vacuum itself, so you have it facing down, and you can have a couple of tools as well. So it's nice they've got both options on here. So I'll just quickly show you the vacuum in action. Now hopefully you saw the brush going around the side here. Also it's got the little LED lights on the front, and it's little things like that that can make life a lot easier, especially when you vacuum in, say, under a bed or under a table. Then having the little lights on the front is a really good idea. So if you're interested in one of these vacuums, then I'll provide a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. Hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Easine by Ilife G80 Cordless vacuum cleaner. Please give us a thumbs up on a YouTube video, click subscribe and leave any comments below. I'd always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video itself. Also, if you have got any questions on the vacuum, then just pop it in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have got one of these vacuums, then let me know what you think about it. Thanks for watching.